With all the leaves down, this is a better view of the abandoned buildings. What you will notice is that somebody went to a lot of trouble to board up all of the windows, and then conveniently the doors are knocked in. Same thing with the fence that surrounds the area. Someone has gone to a lot of trouble to put in an expensive fence around the whole perimeter of this abandoned building area, and then has just allowed one side to fall in. The open doors and the missing fence is something like an invitation to kids or anybody who was recently made homeless and is looking for a place to stay. I want to point out that the green stuff on the side of the chimney is black mold. When black mold first starts out, it begins as green. It gets darker and eventually becomes black mold. And in the upcoming parts of this video, I will show how black mold is growing all over the town of Hillsboro. Now we are able to see a clearer view of the foundation or the levee along the river. In the background you will see a large red barn style building. That is a place called Eaton Furniture. If you notice, a lot of the debris, like cracked concrete pieces and rocks, have been piled up along the sides of the concrete foundation. So it becomes like a concrete platform that is kept very neat. So to me that almost looked like a stage. So it appears that they are cleaning up and maintaining parts of this area, such as these concrete foundations. So at this point, I would like to go over some of the buildings that you will see across the river. I'm going to include footage so you can see how these buildings look like from the front street. So the red barn style building is Eaton Furniture, and next door to that is the Barra Dental building, also known as the Dutton House. So there is the Barra Dental building, there is this red barn called Eaton Furniture, and then there is this building over here, all the way to the right. So this looks like a group of houses, a brown house and a white house or barn. And the top windows on the white barn are boarded up. And what I noticed is that all of these buildings look very different from the side facing the main street. So it's like the whole thing is aimed to confuse people. If they were to drive by on Mill Street and look across the river, they wouldn't know what house or what building is what when they drive down the main road. So the back of this white barn or white building, it has a gate around it and a sign that appears to say, "Beware of the dog." And what you'll notice is that there is a well-worn driveway that cuts around the back of what appear to be two buildings, a brown one and this white barn. So it looks like a dirt driveway. Part of it may be gravel, and it runs down the left side of the brown house. It goes across the backyard. That is very worn. It looks like a dirt parking lot in the backyard. The grass is so worn. Then the driveway wraps around both of these buildings and goes back out toward the main road. So let's see how these buildings look from the main road. So believe it or not, this is the same building. You can see the abandoned building area in the background and the driveway which is wrapping around. The house appears to be a lot smaller from the main road. Now from this perspective, you can see that the brown building is actually connected to the white barn-like building. There is a side entrance into the brown house, and then there looks like a panel hidden behind two propane tanks. And then they have a sign saying "Private Drive, Keep Out." So I'm going to guess that they do not want anybody to park in that driveway, because maybe they want to keep it open for the traffic that goes in and out of that back parking lot. From this side, you can see that there is another boarded up window. So for some reason, the people that inhabit this place are boarding up the windows on the top floor of this white barn. And then there is another barn type building. It appears to have some windows boarded up. Then next door to that is a pink house. And next door to the pink house is a store called Eaton Furniture and Flooring. And it is a white building from the front. However, the back of the building is painted red. This is the large red barn looking building that you can see from across the river. And the next door is the Barra Dental Building, also known as the Dutton House. So let's go back and look at the Eaton Furniture Building from its rear perspective that is facing the river. As you can see, there are very few windows on this side of the building. There is what appears to be a door with a staircase leading up to it. And then there is a small window on the left side. Other than that, there are no windows. There is this white structure that is built off of the main building. That may be a shed where they keep a lawnmower or something like that. This may also be an entrance to the basement of the building. So this building caught my eye more than the others. So I decided to go into the Eaton furniture store to see what it looked like from the inside.